Modern urban farmhouse, tropical backyard garden ideas for small spaces. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a moment to imagine the perfect blend of tradition and modernity, of rustic charm meeting tropical freshness. The concept of the urban farmhouse with tropical vibes is more than just a design trend. It is a lifestyle vision, one that integrates sustainability, aesthetic beauty, and the yearning for nature within the bustling rhythm of city life. Today, I will guide you through this fascinating architectural and landscape approach, highlighting not only how it is designed, but also why it matters, both now and in the future. At its core, the urban farmhouse is a reinterpretation of the rural farmhouse style, designed for modern city living. The farmhouse aesthetic has always been about warmth, simplicity, and functionality. Wide porches, exposed beams, natural textures, and a deep connection to the outdoors define its character. But when transplanted into an urban environment, this style must evolve. In cities, space is limited, noise is unavoidable, and greenery is often scarce. The urban farmhouse responds to these challenges by reimagining its elements. Porches become compact balconies with lush vertical gardens, large kitchens double as social hubs for friends and family, and outdoor spaces, though small, are transformed into functional sanctuaries. The beauty lies in its adaptability, and the tropical influence adds a layer of vitality, freshness, and vibrancy that elevates the experience. When we speak of tropical vibes, we refer not only to palm trees and exotic flowers, but also to the philosophy of tropical living. This philosophy emphasizes openness, natural ventilation, integration with greenery, and the use of materials that reflect the earth itself: bamboo, wood, stone, and woven textures. Incorporating tropical elements into the farmhouse aesthetic introduces lightness and airiness to what could otherwise be a heavier rustic design. The tropics inspire us with lush greenery, pops of vibrant color, and patterns that mimic the organic beauty of nature. Imagine a small urban garden filled with banana plants, ferns, or bird of paradise flowers, paired with a rustic wooden deck and whitewashed walls. Suddenly, the concrete jungle feels like a serene retreat. Central to this concept is the small backyard garden, which becomes the soul of the home. While many urban houses do not have the luxury of expansive outdoor land, even the smallest plot can be transformed into a lush oasis. The modern trend of urban gardening focuses on maximizing space while enhancing both function and aesthetics. Raised garden beds can be used for herbs and vegetables, vertical trellises can support flowering vines, and water features like small fountains can add a calming atmosphere. The small backyard is not simply ornamental. It is a living, breathing ecosystem that supports health, mental well-being, and sustainability. Beyond its beauty, the garden plays a functional role. It reduces urban heat, improves air quality, and offers a place of meditation. For families, it becomes an educational space where children can learn about plants, seasons, and the rhythm of life. One of the most compelling aspects of this design is its relevance to modern living trends. Around the world, there is a growing demand for homes that are more than shelters. People seek environments that nurture balance, health, and inspiration. The urban farmhouse with tropical vibes is perfectly aligned with this desire. Minimalism meets warmth. Unlike cold modern minimalism, the farmhouse style offers warmth through natural textures, while tropical influences prevent the space from becoming monotonous. Indoor-outdoor flow is emphasized, with sliding glass doors, open layouts, and greenery blurring the boundaries between the interior and exterior. Sustainability is seamlessly integrated, from solar panels on farmhouse-style roofs to rainwater harvesting in tropical gardens. And social connection is enhanced, with large farmhouse-style kitchens and cozy garden patios, encouraging gatherings and strengthening bonds within families and communities. This fusion addresses not only aesthetic preferences, but also deep human needs: the need for comfort, the need for nature, and the need for meaningful connection in a rapidly urbanizing world. To understand the significance of this design approach, we must explore the current architectural and lifestyle trends influencing homeowners and designers today. Biophilic design, the principle of bringing nature indoors, is shaping how people experience their homes. Compact living, driven by rising urban populations, pushes designers to maximize small spaces without sacrificing comfort or beauty. Eco-friendly materials such as reclaimed wood, recycled metal, bamboo, and clay tiles are chosen for both their aesthetic and environmental benefits. Personal retreats are becoming essential, with backyard gardens, reading nooks, and open terraces catering to mental wellness in a fast-paced digital world. Each of these trends finds expression in the urban farmhouse with tropical vibes. Together, they create a style that feels both timeless and forward-looking. If we turn our eyes toward the future, what do we see? Urban populations will continue to grow, climate change will demand sustainable living, and human beings will continue to crave authenticity and balance in their personal spaces. The farmhouse tropical fusion offers promising answers. Future homes will likely place even greater emphasis on smart integration. Not just smart technology, but smart use of space, energy, and resources. Imagine a small backyard garden not only filled with plants, but also equipped with sensors that monitor soil moisture, automate irrigation, and connect with household systems. Picture homes built with modular, sustainable materials that can adapt as families grow or lifestyles change. Tropical vibes will remain relevant as people seek connection with global cultures, colors, and experiences. The farmhouse aesthetic will remain strong for its grounding simplicity, reminding us of heritage and stability. Together, they will continue to form a language of design that is both functional and inspiring. Finally, let me invite you to step into this vision. Close your eyes and imagine walking through the front door of such a home. The scent of fresh timber and greenery greets you. Soft light filters through wide windows, illuminating textured walls and woven accents. You hear the trickle of a water feature from the backyard, mingling with the rustle of banana leaves in the breeze. The living room feels open yet intimate, with natural wood beams across the ceiling and tropical plants at every corner. The kitchen exudes farmhouse charm with its sturdy wooden island, but the countertops gleam with a modern polish. Stepping outside, the small backyard surprises you. Despite its size, it feels expansive, with lush foliage, cleverly placed mirrors reflecting greenery, the cat, and a compact pergola draped in flowering vines. This is not a dream. It is the embodiment of what thoughtful design can achieve, even in the heart of a crowded city. When we move deeper into the vision of the urban farmhouse with tropical vibes, we begin to see how every detail of the home plays a role in creating harmony between architecture, lifestyle, and environment. It is not just about aesthetics or following a trend. It is about designing a living space that resonates with human well-being and adapts to the realities of modern life. This balance comes alive when we explore the practical applications of design choices, the sensory impact of materials, and the cultural shifts shaping our preferences. At the heart of the design is the idea of storytelling through architecture. A home is more than four walls and a roof. It is a narrative that reflects the identity, values, and aspirations of the people who inhabit it. The farmhouse aesthetic tells a story of simplicity, rootedness, and nostalgia for a slower pace of life. The tropical influence adds another layer to that story, evoking vitality, freshness, and a connection to global living. Together, they create a dialogue between tradition and innovation, grounding and liberation, restraint and vibrancy. Consider the materials chosen in such a design. Every surface is carefully curated not only for function, but also for the emotions it evokes. Reclaimed wood tells a tale of sustainability, carrying history into the present. Bamboo offers strength, while reflecting the flexibility and resilience of nature. Stone tiles provide coolness underfoot, a sensory reminder of the earth's stability. Textiles woven from natural fibers such as jute, linen, or cotton add softness and tactile warmth. The combination of these materials does not overwhelm. Instead, it creates a rhythm where each element complements the others. Light is another essential protagonist in this story. The farmhouse tradition values wide windows and open interiors, while tropical design insists on maximizing natural light to create breezy, uplifting spaces. Together, they create homes that breathe. Skylights invite the sky indoors, while sliding glass doors open to compact gardens, making even small spaces feel expansive. The choreography of light and shadow throughout the day gives the home a dynamic quality. It is never static, but always alive with subtle transformations. The garden continues to be the anchor of this vision. In part 1, we saw how a small backyard becomes the heart of the home. Here, we can expand on the role of landscape architecture in enhancing modern living. Designing a tropical-inspired garden in an urban setting is an exercise in creativity. Space is often limited, yet through careful layering, it can achieve richness and depth. Taller plants such as bamboo or palms provide vertical accents, while mid-level shrubs and cascading vines add density. Ground cover plants soften the soil, and potted flowers introduce seasonal bursts of color. Water plays a crucial role in tropical living. Even a modest fountain, a reflecting pool, or a narrow pond can transform the atmosphere of a backyard. The sound of flowing water calms the mind and masks the noise of the city beyond the walls. Strategically placed stones or pebbled pathways add a tactile experience underfoot, encouraging residents to slow down and feel connected to their surroundings. The garden becomes not just a place to look at, but a place to inhabit with all the senses. As lifestyles evolve, so too does the function of the home. Today's families and individuals seek flexible spaces that can serve multiple purposes. The urban farmhouse with tropical vibes adapts beautifully to this need. A kitchen island doubles as a family gathering hub, a homework station, and a space for preparing farm-to-table meals using herbs grown just steps away in the garden. A backyard pergola may serve as a morning yoga spot, an afternoon reading retreat, and an evening dining area lit with string lights. Flexibility is key to future-proof design. Spaces are not defined by rigid functions, but by their ability to adapt to different moments in life. This adaptability reflects a cultural shift. People today value experiences more than possessions, and their homes are increasingly designed to facilitate meaningful moments. The Farmhouse Tropical Blend captures this ethos, offering spaces that encourage both solitude and togetherness, both productivity and relaxation. Another dimension of this design is sustainability, which is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. The fusion of farmhouse and tropical styles aligns perfectly with sustainable practices. Farmhouse design emphasizes durability and long-lasting materials, while tropical living embraces natural ventilation and minimal reliance on mechanical cooling. When combined with modern technologies such as solar energy, rainwater harvesting, and smart irrigation, these homes become highly efficient without losing their charm. Even the smallest design decisions can contribute to sustainability. Choosing lighter colors for walls and roofs reduces heat absorption. Incorporating cross-ventilation minimizes the need for air conditioning. Growing edible plants reduces food miles while enhancing freshness and nutrition. Composting garden waste closes the cycle of consumption and renewal. These practices not only reduce environmental impact, but also deepen the sense of connection between residents and their homes. Culturally, the Farmhouse Tropical Blend represents a shift toward global openness. While the farmhouse aesthetic has its roots in rural traditions of Europe and North America, the tropical influence draws inspiration from Southeast Asia, the Caribbean, and South America. The blending of these aesthetics reflects the interconnected world we live in today. It speaks to the desire of homeowners to embrace diversity, to celebrate multiple heritages, and to create homes that are both local and global in character. This cross-cultural design dialogue also reflects broader lifestyle trends. Younger generations are increasingly interested in authenticity, sustainability, and creativity. They want homes that tell a story, not simply replicate a catalog look. They want spaces that feel personal, yet connected to larger global narratives. The Farmhouse Tropical Design delivers on all these fronts, offering both authenticity and freshness, both rootedness and exploration. As we walk through such a home in our imagination, we begin to notice the subtleties that make it extraordinary. The play of colors is one such detail. A base of whites, creams, and soft grays reflects the farmhouse spirit of simplicity, while accents of lush green, deep turquoise, and warm terracotta infuse tropical vitality. Patterns drawn from leaves, waves, or woven textures enliven cushions, rugs, and wall art. Even the scent within the home contributes to the atmosphere. Aromas of fresh herbs, wood polish, or tropical flowers heighten the sensory richness. Technology, too, finds its place within this design language. Far from being intrusive, it is integrated seamlessly. Smart lighting enhances the play of natural light, adjusting intensity as the day shifts. Automated irrigation systems keep the garden thriving without waste. Hidden speakers play soft ambient sounds, blending with the rustle of leaves and water. This harmony of technology and nature reflects the evolving definition of luxury. Not excess, but effortless balance. The emotional impact of living in such a home cannot be overstated. In an urban world marked by noise, speed, and stress, a home designed with farmhouse grounding and tropical freshness becomes a sanctuary. It slows the rhythm of life, offering peace at the end of a busy day. It stimulates creativity, providing inspiration through its beauty and openness. It fosters connection, drawing families and friends together in spaces that invite conversation and shared meals. Most importantly, it nurtures well-being, reminding its residents every day of their bond with nature and with one another. The urban farmhouse with tropical vibes is not merely a style. It is a vision of how we might live better, more consciously, and more joyfully in the spaces we call home. It is a reminder that even in the heart of a crowded city, we can create islands of serenity, beauty, and meaning. And as we move forward into the future, this vision will only grow stronger, guiding architects, designers, and homeowners toward spaces that uplift both body and soul. To fully appreciate the power of the urban farmhouse with tropical vibes, one must explore the lifestyle it creates beyond walls and gardens. Architecture is not static. It shapes behavior, influences emotions, and defines daily rituals. When design is intentional, it becomes a silent companion that nurtures every moment, turning a simple dwelling into a profound experience of living. In this vision, mornings unfold with sunlight pouring through large windows, illuminating rustic wood textures and vibrant foliage that surround the home. The kitchen hums with life as natural materials and earthy tones set a calm backdrop for preparing breakfast. Herbs plucked from the backyard add freshness to meals, while the scent of basil, mint, or lemongrass lingers in the air. These rituals demonstrate how design directly influences not only aesthetics, but also diet, health, and mood. The rhythm of the day shifts as family members or residents interact with flexible spaces. A farmhouse-inspired dining table becomes a workstation during the day and transforms back into a gathering hub in the evening. The tropical garden outside functions as both a quiet retreat for meditation and a vibrant space for entertaining guests. By encouraging adaptability, the home supports modern life's demands without compromising comfort or beauty. Social connection flourishes in this environment. Farmhouse kitchens have long been symbols of hospitality, where meals are shared and conversations linger. The tropical garden amplifies this tradition, offering a backdrop for al fresco dining under the pergola, illuminated by soft lighting that reflects off greenery. These shared experiences become memories, and the home becomes not just a personal refuge, but also a stage for community and togetherness. Equally important is the role of solitude and reflection. While social areas are designed to encourage interaction, nooks and corners invite stillness. A window seat framed by hanging plants, a hammock tucked beneath a pergola, or a shaded reading chair on the porch provides sanctuary for personal retreat. These spaces address the growing global emphasis on mindfulness, self-care, and mental health. A home designed with balance allows both connection and retreat, both energy and rest. From an environmental perspective, this fusion of styles is a powerful model for sustainable urban living. Rising concerns about climate change demand solutions that minimize ecological footprints without sacrificing quality of life. The urban farmhouse with tropical vibes embodies these solutions in everyday details: energy-efficient construction, natural ventilation, composting systems, edible gardens, and rainwater harvesting. It is a vision where sustainability is not imposed but seamlessly woven into the beauty and function of the home. Looking at future design trajectories, one can predict that homes will increasingly embody hybridity. They will not strictly follow one tradition or culture, but will blend influences to reflect global awareness. The farmhouse aesthetic grounds the home with a timeless sense of heritage, while tropical elements connect it to the vitality of the natural world. Together, they speak to a broader human longing to honor the past while embracing a sustainable and vibrant future. In cities where density is inevitable, this design proves that quality outweighs quantity. A small backyard, when designed thoughtfully, can offer more joy than a vast but unused lawn. Multifunctional spaces, layered greenery, and integrated technologies allow even compact homes to feel expansive. This principle will shape the future of housing, where creative design compensates for limited land and rising urban populations. Beyond the practical and environmental, there is a poetic dimension to this vision. Architecture becomes a dialogue between humans and nature. The farmhouse reminds us of our roots, our dependence on land, community, and tradition. The tropical influence reminds us of abundance, growth, and global connectivity. Together, they create a living narrative that inspires gratitude and imagination. Imagine standing at dusk in such a home. The sun sets, casting golden light across whitewashed walls and rustic wood beams. The garden glows softly under lanterns, leaves swaying gently in the evening breeze. Inside, laughter drifts from the kitchen while the aroma of fresh herbs fills the air. Outside, the sound of water merges with distant city hums, creating a rhythm that is both grounding and uplifting. In this moment, the home becomes more than architecture. It becomes a sanctuary, a retreat, a stage for living fully. The influence of this design extends far beyond individual homes. It suggests possibilities for urban neighborhoods and communities. If multiple households adopt similar principles, green backyards, shared gardens, sustainable building practices, the collective impact on the environment and social fabric would be profound. Urban areas could transform from gray, concrete-heavy landscapes into vibrant ecosystems, where humans and nature coexist harmoniously. In the broader scope of architecture and design, the urban farmhouse with tropical vibes serves as a reminder of design's ultimate purpose: to serve people, to enrich lives, and to connect us to the world around us. It bridges nostalgia with innovation, intimacy with openness, and function with artistry. It is not bound by fleeting trends, but rooted in enduring values: simplicity, sustainability, and beauty. For future generations, this approach may define what it means to live well in an urban context. A home that embraces both farmhouse grounding and tropical freshness offers not only shelter, but also inspiration. It teaches children the value of plants and seasons, fosters creativity through its openness, and anchors adults in rituals of balance and mindfulness. It shows us that even in limited space, abundance is possible when design is thoughtful. As we close this exploration, let us carry forward the image of this vision: a home where rustic textures meet tropical greenery, where modern technology serves sustainability, where every corner is alive with purpose and beauty. A home that responds to the challenges of modern urban life while nurturing the timeless human longing for nature, connection, and peace. This is the promise of the urban farmhouse with tropical vibes. It is not only a design, but a philosophy of living, one that reminds us that even in the heart of the city, we can cultivate a life of harmony, warmth, and renewal.